Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out, we got the Nerf Hyper Siege-50, kind of the latest and greatest line that has come out from Nerf, depending on when you guys are watching this. And this has been out probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks, somewhere right in there. We put a lot of rounds through this particular blaster. If you guys haven't already, again, check out the videos on the mock, as well as the rush, kind of the baby brother, as well as the big brother to this particular blaster, because you might not want to spend, depending on your price range, you might want to get the lower one, or you might want to get the upper one, or the middle one. But nonetheless, we got the Siege-50, and again, it's a pretty cool blaster. Now, if you guys haven't already, definitely subscribe. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys can get in on the giveaways, do all that good stuff, right? And we're going to hop right in. So let's take a look at this particular box right up front. Boom. Nothing too crazy. It is actually a decent-sized box, but again, it's the Hyper Siege-50, 50-round capacity. They're going to give you 40 rounds, which I thought's kind of weird. They give you 10 less rounds than what the actual blaster holds. Why? I have no idea. And check it out. Yep, it shoots up to 110 FPS. With this particular blaster, I didn't get 110 FPS. I was always hovering around the 100 mark to 105. However, with the rush, I did exceed it by about 10 FPS, which is kind of crazy. A quick look. Again, I love the color scheme. I love the gray and kind of the bluish turquoise, whatever that is, and the yellow. I think it's cool. And on the back here, it just shows those 100-round reload canisters, as well as the 50, the 50 can reload canister if you guys got them. So nothing too crazy when it comes to the box, but still, I like the kind of the look of it, because it still, again, it kind of reminds me, of course, the rival line, right? So if we hop right in and we take a look at this blaster up close, not bad. I like kind of that carbon fiber look they got on the gray. I think it looks cool. It has a little bit of a texture to it also. Then, of course, you got kind of that blue accent with the yellow kind of light, the yellow highlights there, as well as kind of that electricity. I don't even know what that one is right there. Maybe the hyper signal, which I think is kind of cool. So looks not that bad. Not bad at all. I do love the new color scheme. The handle itself, not too bad again. I mean, it's just a bigger handle nonetheless. Again, it fits my adult hands very, very well. The trigger guard right here has ample enough room for your trigger finger as well as the rest of your fingers on the actual grip. It does have two tactical rails. You got the lower one right here below the grip on the grip guard, as well as the, I don't know, about 7 inches or so on the top. And they do like it to say, hey, you can fit, your canisters on there. They show it on the back. So, right, if you're going to fit your extra round canisters there, check it out. Or again, maybe put one on top. They show one on top, but I don't know if I'd put one of these on top. Again, it is your call. I do have the 50-round one coming, but we picked up 2 of the 100 rounds just to have them. But I mean, you could put them in things like this too. These little kind of paintball pods. Again, totally up to you on how you want to carry them. But still, I like that. Being able to carry additional rounds without shoving darts and things like that in your pocket, I think is cool. Now, loading this thing, an absolute breeze. Unlike the Rush had that plastic door on the back. This one has the door on the actual acrylic, so super easy to flip open and just throw a bunch of rounds in there. And man, can you believe it? 50-round capacity. That's a lot of shots. Definitely like way more than what you would expect. But 50 rounds is really, really nice. So being able to load this thing is an absolute breeze. And again, the looks and feel of it feel really, really good in the hands. It really reminds me of kind of a Takedown in some capacity. It just feels like that type of blaster with the addition of this kind of thing here. So we're going to hop right in, man. We're going to hop right in, and we're going to show me shooting this thing, right? Because that's what everybody is always curious about on this particular blaster. So I'm going to leave the sound going like I always try to do, and you can hear this thing. I mean, from 20 feet, it's hitting hard. And you'll see the FPS right up there, again, is about 105-ish. 100 to 105. I didn't get anything to exceed 110, that's for sure. Again, for the Rush, yeah, we hit 110 plus every single time. So maybe I just had like a really good blaster there. But you can see here, not too bad. This thing is hitting hard. There's no denying it. But you are going to notice a few things. I'm double shooting out of this thing. I'm not trying to double shoot, but I am double shooting, like it's kind of loading 2 at one time. So I don't know if that's a feature of this or not. I would assume it is not. And these balls bounce. They bounce a lot off your target. So make sure you are using your protective eyewear, right? Whether it's glasses or the glasses that are included. So I'm going to bump back here to about 50 feet, which is quite far, right? And I'm trying to hit that target. These things curve a little bit more. They dive. They're really not that consistent. I can't wait to break open this thing and see what the barrel is all about. To see if it is something I can improve with like a 3D printed part or something along those lines, right? Because that's really what I want out of this blaster. Something to improve kind of that accuracy. But you can see here, you know, dipping to the left, dipping to the right. I hit the box, I think, once, twice out of, you know, 30 different shots. But that's what a lot of you guys wanted to see, is me shooting this particular blaster and the FPS, right? That's really what it comes down to. Now, the actual rounds themselves, a lot of people, again, kind of, you know, are curious about this. I'll throw it up here. The rounds themselves, they feel like almost like a, I don't even know, like a lifesaver type consistency, a gummy bear. And it takes about 3 of them to make out a normal Nerf ball, as you can see there. And they are slightly bigger than the actual 50 cal balls that are, you know, these little foam balls you can get from like Valken. So just kind of keep that in mind. They are slightly big. Well, they're a little bit bigger, so you ain't going to fit them in a 50 cal blaster unless you have a specific barrel for it. So just kind of keep that in mind. But still, nonetheless, which ones would I rather shoot? The new Hyper or Rival? They're both pretty good. I mean, they're both about the same accuracy. Actually, this one has it, but I still don't see it doing the backspin on it and carrying it a little bit further. This one does have slam fire. So slam fire, right? You hold the trigger, and you could shoot, right? Now, the crazy thing, again, is the feeding mechanisms. I didn't really get that great of a feed out of here. So the bump, you know, the bump fire, the slam fire, wasn't all that great. It was like 1 out of every 3 shots. Maybe sometimes I'd get 2 or 3. So it is something to kind of think about. Now, again, with the actual additional pods here, I recommend at least pick up one of these because it's just an easy way to store your new Hyper rounds, right? Because you're gonna need a few extra. These things bounce everywhere like a little bouncy ball. But you know, overall, not a bad blaster so far, right? The feeding is the only issue that I've seen so far with this particular blaster, whether it's double feeding or not feeding at all. But it could be due to the stickiness of the new ammunition type. But we'll see. We'll see what type of innovations come out with this. I cannot wait to break this thing open and see what's going on inside, to see if there is something that I can maybe improve on, make a new barrel, I don't know, something for it to make it a little bit better, but we will see. Anyways, that is my quick review, guys, here on the Siege-50. I know that was quick, but I know there's a lot of reviews on this thing, and I just quickly want to get down to the dirty and say, look, guys, here's what it's all about, right? If you guys haven't, again, check out the other Hyper series we've done so far for these because, right, they got the price ranging from kind of entry to mid to the upper tier with the Mach. The Mach is definitely the biggest one, you know, the electronic one that we are pumped about. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments of the Siege here. Yeah. Thanks again, Fox fans.